Chapter 14. Boundaries, Obedience, and Letting Go. Once I understood the blueprint, once Philippians 4 became real to me, not just something I read, but something I could live, I didn't have the luxury of staying the same. Because revelation requires response. I couldn't keep saying I wanted peace and entertained what disrupted. I couldn't say I trusted God and still move based on my feelings. I couldn't say I was aligned and continue operating in things He had already made clear were out of order. It was time to move, not emotionally, not reactively, but obediently. And obedience looks different when it becomes real. Because it's not just about what you start doing, it's about what you stop allowing. That's where the boundaries came in. Not loud boundaries, not aggressive ones, but clear, intentional, non-negotiables. I had to start cutting off behaviors that didn't align with what God showed me. Not because they were easy to walk away from. They aren't. Not because I didn't still feel connected. I still do. Not because love wasn't still there. It is. But because I finally understood love without alignment will keep you in cycles. So I began to pull back from things that felt familiar but weren't right. From conversations that blurred lines, from access that hadn't been earned through covenant, from patterns that I now recognize as out of order. And I didn't always explain at first, and that was hard because I'm a communicator. I like clarity and understanding. I like to make sure everyone is on the same page. But obedience doesn't always come with full explanations. Sometimes you move because God said move. And that can feel uncomfortable for you and for the other person because now the dynamic changes. What was once considered normal in a relationship is no longer allowed outside of God's covenant for man and wife. What once felt easy now feels restricted. What once flowed now requires discipline. And that shift, it brings up emotions, hurt, confusion, even feelings of rejection or abandonment from the other side. And if you're not careful, you'll be tempted to go back to make it easier, to smooth things over, to return to what feels familiar. But I had to remind myself, familiar doesn't mean aligned. And not aligned right now doesn't mean never. So I stayed the course, even when it felt uncomfortable, even when it wasn't fully understood, even when I felt the pull to go back to what I knew. Because this time, I wasn't choosing based on feelings, I was choosing God. And that meant redefining the relationship, not from what I hoped it would be, but from what it actually was. No longer speaking as if we were already becoming one. No longer operating in roles that had not been established. No longer giving access that required covenant. That was the hard part. Because letting go doesn't always mean walking away completely. Sometimes it means letting go of the version of it you created in your mind. Letting go of the expectation, the timeline, the outcome, and choosing to see it for what it is, not what it could be. And that kind of letting go requires strength because your feelings don't always agree. There were still moments where I cared, still moments where I felt connected, still moments where I had to remind myself just because I feel it doesn't mean I follow it. That was new for me because for a long time I had been led by what I felt, by what made sense emotionally, by what I could justify in my mind. But now I was being led by obedience, and obedience will stretch you. It will take you out of what feels comfortable and place you in what is correct. It will ask you to trust when you don't fully understand, to move when you don't have all the answers, to let go when part of you still wants to hold on. But what I gained in that process was something I had been searching for all along: clarity. Because when you align with God, things may not always feel good, but they make sense. That's what I learned. Obedience will cost you comfort, but it will give you clarity. And for the first time, I chose clarity.